Alright you guys, welcome to Short Cute Cooking. Today I decided to video myself doing my homework. This week we're doing cured and brined, which is like a couple of different ways to preserve food and marinate food so you can have the ultimate seasonings on your food. So I got a pork loin brining in the refrigerator for 24 hours, but I wanted to show you guys how to do a cured salmon. And it's super easy. And it actually turned, this is my second one. I didn't want my salmon to go bad, so I'm going to do a second one. And the last one once is the finished curing. Okay. So first thing you need, casserole dish. Then you need, if you don't have a scale, try to convert from ounces to teaspoons and tablespoons. That way you'll get the right measurements for how much of what you need. So I have black pepper, salt, sugar, and dill. You don't have to use dill if you don't want to, but it does give it a nice flavor. So the first thing I'm doing, I already washed my fish. I already checked to make sure there's no bones in it, and I'm leaving the skin on. So the first thing I do is I'm going to cover the bottom of the casserole dish with some plastic wrap. Now everybody knows the reason I use plastic wrap because one, it helps it keep certain things cleaner. The cleanup is way easier, but with this you have to have it covered and enclosed. And I don't have my glass dishes that got the glass tops to go with it, so I didn't unpack those yet. That's why I'm fooling around with this plastic wrap. Oh, really?
So it is the right piece.
Okay.
I just gotta go grab my other tools because it's a heavy duty job.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab one of these and I'll be right back.
Would you take in my car or your car? I can run
Take mine.
Okay, I'm gonna want to give me a bell pepper then.
You gonna drive it?
Oh, I can't drive it?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
The higher they get, the more the harder it's gonna be.
Don't worry about it then.
For sure?
Yep.
I said, I can get you a bell pepper.
Yeah, that'd be great. I just need one. I got everything else.
Brand?
Sure. Alrighty. Where's my cute little whip that my kids talking about I was not going to need it, and come to find out I actually do need it. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm getting my car fixed, and it does need to be fixed because I can't sit in the house. So the next thing we do is we add the ingredients together. That's the sugar. Now this is like a 3-day process, but you barely have to do anything to it. And I'm going to show you guys how the other one looks when I'm done. Now, where's my whip? I'm trying to put my thing where I can find it at, and they don't even freaking use it. Okay, this is not the baby one, but it comes in handy. I like to mix the salt, sugar, and pepper up together first before I add the dill, to make sure they're mixed up really good. Because we don't want one part of it to be sugary and one part to be salty and to get caught up in the dill leaves and things like that, and to be or just a group of salt or something. We don't want that. So you want it to look extremely mixed. Then add my dill. Whew, shoot, that freaking pepper go hard. Oh my God. Okay. So just got me in my school uniform. I gotta take a picture in it. You gotta do my bleach water for sanitizing and everything. So the first thing we do, after we get everything mixed up, ooh, bless me. We take a little bit of the curry spices, is what they're actually called, and we put them in the bottom. You don't have to put a whole lot in the bottom, but you want to like cover most of the bottom up. So when you draw the salt and sugar draws the moisture out. That's what helps cure it, keep down bacteria like botulism. So remember, wash it. Make sure you check it for bones. We're gonna put it in skin side down, right on top of the salt mixture. Then I'm gonna take the rest of my salt. Hold on. I have to do a sanitizing water, which is 3 parts water and 1 part bleach, which I love because I can dab my hands in it to cleanse my hands. I only use it for my hands, so if I use it to wipe my tables or anything like that, then I use the regular sink to wash my hands, just so y'all know. Because people get kind of relaxed at home and just start doing anything, and it's still not cool. So you take the rest of this, and we're just going to line the top of it. I'm not really worried about the putting a lot on this part right here because of how thin it is. I just left the flap there for when it gets cut. It's easier with that flap to cut it at an angle really thin. And you have to cut it as thin as possible. So once we're done, let me put a little right there. Put in the curing salt and the dill on here. I'm going to try to cover it up as much as possible. That's the only thing I hate about sugar, because salt doesn't get stuck to your hand as much as sugar does. Okay. So once we're done with this, we're going to cover it. We're going to put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, you're going to come back, peel the top off halfway like this. Don't take it all the way off. Just take it off a little bit. You're going to flip it. And then we're going to put the top back on it and put it back into the refrigerator for another 24 hours. Then after that 24 hours, we're going to take it out. We're going to rinse all the salt, all the dill, all the sugar. We're going to rinse pepper and all that. We're going to rinse it all off. And then I'm going to show you how it looks afterwards. Okay. Now, I have to keep this refrigerator. I don't want this just sitting out while I was recording. Now, this is how it looks after we've cured it on both sides, 24 hours each. Take your knife. Remember, sharpen it a little before you use it. That way it'll stay sharp. Now I can find my little sharpener, which is going to irritate me. And I got about 6. Where is my cast on? Oh my God, these kids are going to drive me freaking crazy. Oh my God, these kids gonna work my nerves. I don't feel like I want to get a new knife. We're just gonna use this one for now because I don't want this to be a super long video. So in order, once it's done and you've rinsed it off, you cut it on an angle, really thin, like this. It's not salty, it's not sweet, and it's not peppery. It's a well balanced. It's like smoked, salmon, but it is actually pretty good. But try to cut it as thin as possible with a better knife than, well, with a sharper knife than what I'm using, because this is not exactly sharp enough. And for some reason, out of the 5 or 6 knife sharpeners I have, I don't have any of them in my kitchen for some reason, which is extremely weird because I don't use them nowhere else. Y'all see my knife sharpener? The guitar stone? The little round one like a pencil sharpener? Has anybody seen any of those? Okay. I found this one. This one will do. Okay. This is the oldest knife sharpener I got. Now make sure when you sharpen it, it's always at an angle. You don't want to mess up the blade. When you're done, you wipe it off. Now what you will notice once you're finished brining, it's going to be a little oily. That's from the skin. So let's try to cut it thin now. That's the reason I said leave the skin on there, because that's what's going to keep it from you going down too far. But when it slides right off. So there we go. 3-day cured salmon. I'll add a picture at the end to show you the plating I did for school with it. I did capers. I did some extra dill on one. I did cucumbers, cream cheese, kimchi. I actually like the cured with the kimchi. And I made some crostinis, took forth to sit on. And I'll leave that picture in at the end of the video. But there you have it, you guys. Everybody thought, well, I think enough thought we're going to be able to do this. The next video I'll be doing is breakfast sausage. And I love sage, so I'll be doing sage sausages. So, but thank you for tuning in. This is Chef Joanne saying keep it cute, keep it short, keep cooking. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.